Well, hi there, and welcome to Bella's Vistas. Thanks for visiting us. Well, we're leaving Manitoba and we're headed into northern Ontario. What are we greeted with? Wow, first thing, we're back in our province. We got a big accident on the left here. Gonna have to be careful going through here. Look at the size of those wreckers, my goodness. Wonder if we might see Wrecker Rick out here anywhere. I don't think so. Look at that one. Wow, 5 axles. Well, wow. Beautiful country. We're headed into the Kenora area. Look at the rocks on both sides of the road. It's always beautiful up here. It's known for these rocks on both sides of the road here going through these deep rock cuts. They've all been blasted through here. Another thing we're looking for is trains. We should be able to see some trains pretty soon along here. Beautiful big sky country. Say the prairies are big sky. This is pretty big sky too. It's really beautiful here. There's a train off on the left. Look at that. Wow-wee. More box cars and so on the left. Some water on the right here and some rocks. This is past Thunder Bay. This is Terry Fox country here, that's for sure. Suspension Bridge coming up. I love the blue lights on there. I don't really know what's with that, but this is a great bridge. We've seen lots of amazing bridges while we've been out. We're going to be driving on Highway 11. Never been there before. Some interesting churches and so on, cemeteries on the right. I just love having rocks on one side and water on the other, and then you go through a nice foggy patch like this. It's just been beautiful. Here I'm taking some shots here up on the side of the road. The truckers were good to me. They gave me lots of room here. There's a waterfall here. There's these iron ore rocks here. Look at that. That must be iron ore rusting on the rocks up there. I thought it was quite beautiful. Looking down the road, that's the road you want to go on. Boy, oh boy, right into the fog. So beautiful. This waterfall was quite interesting to me anyway. I love seeing this. It reminds me of Yoho Falls. But it's quite beautiful. And this is northern Ontario. It's not all that far from where we live, but still it's pretty far. It takes a couple days to drive across, well, the way I go. It takes a couple days to drive across northern Ontario. Because I'm in no hurry. I'm interested in how many pictures per mile I can get. I'm shooting vertical and horizontal. I think the horizontal's pretty good too. But vertical, I think vertical might be the best. Beautiful. I'm really happy with these waterfalls. Little HDR really snapped them up quite a bit. Beautiful rocks. The iron ore, some people have told me that's because of iron deposits in the rocks where it rusts up. There's a mail order house. I think that's the kind that Home Hardware delivers to you in a box. There's a big mine here on the right, like an open pit mine. I think it was a gold mine, I'm not really sure. Might have been an iron mine. Lots of these old iron bridges around here. They're kind of pretty. Interesting anyway. Now we're pulling into Kapuskasing. A double-decker bridge on the right there. Let's go see if we can have a look at that. Well, now this is the bridge as I found it. Now I'm noticing this rock submerged here and the reflection of the bridge. So I think what I'm going to do is try and move in for a shot. Something more like this, where I'm going to see the rock and the reflection. Maybe I'll look down here a bit too. But I think my shot is going to be composed with that rock and the reflection of the bridge. I'm going to try for HDR. I'm liking this bridge. I think it's pretty interesting. I don't know, maybe it wouldn't make a jigsaw puzzle or a big picture on your wall, but it's sure nice to look at. There's a lot of history there. It's a little bit of a chore walking over here under the bridge. It's drier on my feet anyway here. I'm going to see what I can find here. Log there. A staple through the rock there. We'll see. Interesting. There's the boat dock in the distance. This looks a bit interesting to me too. Look at that big rock there. Some trees along the beach and a boat launch a bit further ahead there. We'll see what I can get here in HDR. Well, I don't see things like this very often where I come from. There's the staple in the rock and an old tree. There's the bridge. Yeah, nice reflection, I think. You need to have smooth water to get a good reflection. When the water's ripply like this, you don't get much of a reflection, if you get any at all. The ever-present art there is what, 1312. I don't know what that means. 13 is M. Get kind of a strobe effect going through this bridge. Now we're coming into the polar bear part of our trip in Cochrane. There's a polar bear rescue and rehabilitation site here. We've got these polar bears here. They're pretty huge bears. They don't have to fight for their food. I think they're pretty cute. I'd like to go see them in the wild in Svalbard or something like that, but right now this is as close as I'll get. It costs like twice as much as our whole trip to Tuktoyaktuk just to get up and see the bears in Manitoba, which I might do that one day. Maybe some of my subscribers would like to send me up there. I sure wouldn't mind. Boy, oh boy. It's a big old bear here. Now this I was shooting through glass, and that worked out better than sometimes you have to shoot through a chain link fence, and that can be problematic. Bears like to go in the water and get cleaned off and then dry themselves off. Here he's coming out of a nice bath and just gonna go and roll around in the grass and get all dirty again. Bears have got some allergies apparently, so they're trying to treat them for that. Imagine if you were face to face with that guy, because these are big. I mean, the grizzly bears are something, but these are much bigger than grizzlies. And the polar bears actually like to eat people, from what I understand. They'll track people and hunt them. It's a little bit of a pioneer village kind of thing here too, set up for the way it was, you know. Trapper's cabin here. I think it was worth going for a visit there. I like this with the canoe and the old shed there. The bears are what I came to see, and I wasn't disappointed. Now we're going to say farewell. We're going to get out on the road again. Look at the trains on the left there. Wow, now we're at a powwow in North Bay. I stopped in there and took a few pictures, but I thought we'd put them in. These paintings I found quite interesting. One of the performers here. I like the drums and the artwork and everything. It's really interesting. These fellas were practicing a little bit. Eagles are really central to their tradition here. And I certainly love eagles. I love to photograph eagles. Some pretty intricate costumes. Now we're out on the road again. We're driving through Algonquin Park to get a little preview of the fall color. Now we were too early for fall colors in Algonquin. I'm hoping we'll get back there again. I've been working on the van for days and days. Tremendous amount of work after this last road trip. A new axle, manifold gasket, wow, throttle position sensor, countless things. Wow, he's so beautiful. Get a lot of nice color. Sometimes you'll see a stand of maples and they get a bit of cold on them because there's no trees around them to block them. Now we're checking out this Waterfalls. It's on a trail here and I'm getting down to the water here. My balance is really off. I've had just a wicked inner ear infection for the last 50 or 60 years, I guess. But pretty bad right now and I'm having a bit of trouble navigating here. If I lose my horizon I can fall down. I don't want to do that. Waterfalls are kind of pretty. Mary was shooting a lot of video here of me taking pictures. I'm sitting here, I'm trying various things. I'm shooting HDR brackets. I'm shooting live ND where I get neutral density filters. There you go, look at that. That's live ND that makes the water move like that. I really like it. There's a lot of beauty in Ontario, and northern Ontario is just wonderful. Southern Ontario, well, we've got farmland, Mennonites, wildlife. Everywhere you go, you'll find some beauty. There's a live ND shot, a bit of a telephoto shot into the waterfalls. I tried to mix it up pretty much with my camera system. Sometimes I'll be shooting macro, sometimes long telephoto, sometimes medium. Anywhere from a 1/1600th or 3200th of a second down to 4 seconds, and then even longer with the live ND. Whoops. See what I mean about my balance? Yeah, this is the easy way out too. I went in the hard way. Wow, I'm so happy with that shot. I think it's well worth the effort. Thanks for visiting Bella's Vistas. Please like, subscribe. Come on back again real soon.